Hi. Now in today's video lecture we will go through how to express rate of reaction in terms of conversion, right. In the previous video lecture we have seen that in this chapter we would be further evaluating the design equations that we have derived in previous chapters, right. Now in order to let's look at the equation. The equation was for batch reactors, it was T is equals to Na0 0 to x, right, dx upon minus Ra V, right. And for flow reactors the equation was V is equals to Fa0 initial flow rate 0 to x dx upon minus Ra, right. Now what we have to do is we have to express this Ra, rate of reaction, in terms of conversion x, so that we can further evaluate these design equations, right. Now in order to express, right, rate of reaction in terms of conversion, we need two things. First is rate law, second is stoichiometry, right. And based on these two we would be building a stoichiometric table, right, as this, right. We'll understand what this is. We'll build a stoichiometric table, right, and then we'll further evaluate our design equations, right, based on simple mathematics and some concepts like concentration, its moles per unit volume, right, those formulas. So let's quickly see. We would be using rate law and stoichiometry, right, to further develop these design equations, right. So rate law, we know that, and what basically we have to do, we have to express rate law as a function of conversion x, right, this conversion. Let's write it in the same way, right. So we have to express rate of reaction as a function of conversion. What it means is we have to derive rate of reaction in terms of conversion x, right. And we will do this using our rate law equation, and second is stoichiometry. Using stoichiometric equation, using stoichiometric table, right, we'll build this, and using all these calculations we'll evaluate these equations. So rate law, as per rate law we know that minus R is equals to K rate constant Ca Cb, right. For any reaction, if A reacts with B gives you C plus D, right. So rate of reaction, this is how you give rate of reaction, right. So what we would be doing is, we know rate of reaction in terms of concentration, right, but we have to take rate of reaction in terms of conversion. So what we would be doing is we will convert, or we will express concentration in terms of conversion, right. So we will express, what we will do is we will express concentration in terms of conversion. We will do this, right. This is what we need to do, right, in order to derive rate in terms of conversion, right. So, and what concepts we would be using? We would be using first this rate law, we already know. The second thing that we would be using is expressing rate of reaction in terms of stoichiometric coefficients of reactants and products that we have done in previous video lecture. It is minus Ra upon A is equals to minus Rb upon B is equals to minus Rc upon C. Sorry, this is positive since this is product. So Rd upon D, right. Using this expression, we will define all the reactants and products in terms of one reactant, in terms of one species. For example, if this is we derive this equation for this type of general reaction, we have C plus D, right. What we will do is we'll take A as a limiting reactant, right, and we'll define others on the basis of per mole of A, like this: A plus B upon A B, C upon A C plus D upon A D. So what it means is 1 mole of A reacts with B upon A moles of B, right, to form C upon A moles of C and D upon A moles of D. So we have defined everything, we have expressed everything in terms of 1 mole of A, and A is your limiting reactant. Limiting reactant is that completely finishes, right, in the reaction. Right, now let's come to this stoichiometry, and we would be using one more thing, right, in to build the stoichiometric table: conversion. What is conversion? Conversion is nothing but how much of product, how much of reactant that was initially taken is converted into product. That conversion or is nothing but reaction. How much of reactant has reacted, that is your conversion, right? So conversion is also defined on per mole basis, right? Like if you have taken, say, Na0 initial moles, this is the initial number of moles that you have fed in the reactor, and it formed Nr of it have reacted, right? When this much of mole have fed into the reactor, Nr moles out of this have reacted. So if 1 mole is fed in the reactor, it would be Nr number of moles reacted on initially taken, right? This is your, since we have defined this now on per mole basis, this is your conversion X, right? So at any time how much reaction have taken place, at any time t, how much of moles of A have reacted, it would be Na0 dot X. We would be using these concepts, these three concepts, right here. So suppose now this is your reactor, right, and in this reactor you have fed initially Na0, Nb0, Nc0, Nd0 moles of A, B, C and D, right? This is the initial number of moles that you have fed, right? And say after time t, you have Na, Nb, Nc, Nd moles of A, B, C, D, right? Now we would be building this stoichiometric table. Let's quickly see it. There are 4 columns in this stoichiometric table. First column represents the species, the reactants and products A, B, C, D. Second column has the initial number of moles that you have taken in the reactor, or the initial number of moles of reactants and products, right? And this third column represents change, or how much reaction how much the moles of reactants that you have initially fed have changed into products, right? So we would be using this concept of conversion, right, to derive this. If you look at this, Na moles you have initially taken, right, and how much have changed or reacted, we can take it from this equation. How much have reacted? Nr is Na0x. This is what we have mentioned here, Na0x, right? Similarly, Nb0 is minus B upon A, Na0x. Now how we reached here? We have to derive this, to get this, right? What we are doing is we have expressed B, right, Nb, kind of how much of B have reacted in terms of A. And how we did this? If you look at this expression, right, how to express B in terms of A is if you look at this, RB is equals to minus RB upon A, minus B upon A, and RA is how much of A have reacted. Rate of reaction is your Na0x, right? This is what we have taken. Similarly for Nc0, if you look at here, it would be Rc, how much it has reacted, minus its plus, C upon A, Ra, right? Relation between this and this, because we are defining everything in terms of this limiting reactant A. This would be C upon A, Na0 dot x, C upon A, Na0 x. Similarly for D, D upon A, Na0 x, right? Now if you look at the fourth column tells you about this quantity, how much of it have remained, right, after time t, right, when this number of moles have reacted. So initial minus how much have reacted will give you remaining, right? So initial was Na0, reacted is Na0 dot x. So this is this minus this. So everywhere this minus this minus this, right? Now if you do total of all this, total of moles that were initially fed, right, is Nt0, right, and after time t it's become Nt. After this much of have reacted, it has become Nt, right? So this is addition of all this will give you Nt0. Now after time t, this much have addition of all these will give you Nt, right? Total number of moles after time t. So this would be, if you add this, just look at this, if you add these quantities Na0, Nb0, Nc0, Nd0, all this will add to Nt0, right? Plus if you add all these quantities, what you will get is d upon a, right, plus c upon a minus b upon a minus 1, right, and Na0 is common in all, and x, Na0x is common, right? So here you have Na0x, right? This is how you got this, right? This is simple addition. Now this quantity in brackets will appear in almost all such calculations, right? So we take this quantity d upon a plus c upon a minus b upon a minus 1 is equals to delta, right? This is your delta. Now we can write this as this total as Nt is equals to Nt0 plus delta Na0 dot x. Right? So this is the equation. Till this point it is clear, right? Now what we will do is, now we will write equation for batch concentrations, because if you remember, rate law we know in terms of concentration. Now we have to we have to first calculate this concentration. We have to derive equations for concentrations, right? So equations for, we have to simply just evaluate these equations. Equation for batch concentrations, right? We know that concentration is equals to moles per unit volume, right? So what is concentration we would be calculating based on this remaining, right? So let's do it. For A, Ca would be these are the number of moles remaining, right? So Na0 1 minus x upon volume V. Similarly, if you look at Cb, concentration of B would be Nb0 minus B upon A Na0 dot x divided by V, right? Cc would be Nc0 plus C upon A Na0 x divided by V. You have Cd is equals to Nd0 plus D upon A Na0 x divided by V, right? These are the equations for batch concentrations. Now we need to further solve these equations, right? In order to further solve these equations, what we will do is, we will take Na0 common, right, from all these equations. If you take this will remain as it is. So if you take Na0 common from here, this 1 upon V we will bring here. So Nb0 upon Na0, right, minus B upon A x. This is what equation will become. Similarly, if you take 1 upon V, this is your N C0 divided by Na0 minus C upon A x. right? Similarly this one 1 upon V, and since you have taken Na0 common, right, so here I forget to mention Na0, here you have Na0, here you have Na0, right, so here you have Nd0 upon Na0 plus D upon Ax. Right, now what we will do is we will express all these in terms of, since we have factorized Na0, we have taken Na0, so we have reached here, right. Now this NB0, Na0 and NC0, this and this, we can write down all this, we can take this quantity as theta B, theta C, theta D, right, to evaluate this equation further, right, or to simplify this equation, right. So let's do this. In order to simplify this equation, we will do Na0 upon V, right, this would be NB0 upon Na0 would be theta B0, right, this would be, or let's take it as, this is not theta B, theta B minus B upon Ax, right. This is how we are just simplifying this equation, right. Na0 upon V, theta B minus B upon Ax, right, upon V, this. Similarly this one will become Na0 upon V, this will become theta C minus plus C upon Ax, this is your Na0 upon V, theta D plus D upon A dot x, right. We have simplified this equation till this point. I hope this is clear till this point. Now what we will do is we will consider this as, and just to remind you, this theta B, like we have done this, theta B is equals to is NB upon Na0, right, this is what it is. Similarly theta C is equals to NC0 upon Na0, theta D is equals to ND0 upon Na0. Now let's further evaluate this. I need to rub this. I hope you have taken down all this, right. Now in order to just make sure you understand that we have to express concentration in terms of conversion, rate of reaction, we have to, the main aim is we have to write down rate of reaction in terms of conversion x, right, but we know as per rate law we can express rate of reaction in terms of concentration, right. So we have to express concentration now in terms of conversion x, right. You can see this is concentration, and we have now term x, conversion here, right. So this is what we have to do. Now we have to further simplify this. What we will do is we will consider this batch reactor as a constant volume, right, constant volume batch reactor. We will consider this system as constant volume. We will consider this as constant volume, right, batch reactor, constant volume batch reactor, right. Now since this is your constant volume batch reactor, all these terms, right, V, this is constant volume. So when we say constant volume, all these will take it as V is equals to V0. This V is same in all these equations, right. So you will write it as like this. The first one, in all these equations you just replace V with V0, right. So this one, this equation will become, this first equation will become Na0 upon V0 1 minus x, right. Similarly, and what are the scenarios where, I mean, for constant volume in gaseous reactions, right, in gas phase reactions the reactor has a sealed, it's a sealed constant volume, right, where volume doesn't change. Similarly, in liquid reactions, liquid phase reactions, where we have high amount of solvent, there the density of the solute is not affected. If density is not affected, that means volume will remain same, right? So here, as we have considered constant volume for the batch reactor, this equation will become Na0 upon V0 theta B minus B upon Ax NB0, sorry, it's B, it should be Na0, I'm sorry, it's Na0 upon V0 theta C plus C upon Ax, this is Na0 upon V0 theta D plus D upon Ax, right? We have further evaluated these equations by taking this batch reactor as constant volume. Now again, looking at this, concentration is equals to moles upon moles per unit volume. Na0 is moles of A. V is volume of the batch reactor. So we can replace this quantity with Ca0, right? We can replace it with Ca0. So this would be Ca0 theta B minus B upon Ax, and this is Ca0 theta C plus C upon Ax, and this is your Ca0 theta D plus D upon Ax, right? Now we have defined all the concentrations in terms of concentration of the limiting reagent A, right, which we have taken initially, right, this one A. So we have simplified, or we have defined concentration in terms of conversion X, right? We have defined concentration in terms of conversion X for all the reactants and products, right? And this is what we want. Now if you look at this equation again, right, if you look at this rate law, now again we'll use rate law to define it, right? We'll use rate law. Rate law is this, rate is K Ca Cb. So rate is equals to K. If you look at the concentration of this, concentration of A, this is let me just rub this Na0 is Ca0 1 minus X, right? This is moles per unit volume concentration. So we have defined all the concentration of reactant and products in terms of conversion X, right? Now we can, it's easy to solve this, right? Now we will substitute these values of, or these equations of concentration in the rate law equation, right? Rate law equation is your Ca Cb, right? We'll put Ca from here and Cb from here to express rate in terms of conversion, right? And this is what we want to achieve, right? So this will become K, Ca, value of Ca is Ca0 1 minus X, right? And for Cb is, this is what you've got, Ca0 theta B minus B upon Ax. This will come out to be Ca0 square 1 minus X theta B, right? So we have expressed it in terms of conversion X, right? And this is what we want to achieve. I hope this is clear. Let's just quickly recap what we have done. We have derived rate of reaction, right, in terms of conversion X for batch reactors, right? So, and once we have rate of reaction in terms of conversion X we can further evaluate our design equations, right, where we will substitute RA, for RA we will substitute this, right, we'll substitute RA in terms of this conversion X, right. So in order to get this, we know that in order to express rate of reaction in terms of conversion X, we'll take help of rate law and stoichiometric table. Based on rate law, we know R is equals to K Ca Cb, right. So we know how to express rate of reaction in terms of conversion. So we'll define conversion in terms of we'll define concentration in terms of conversion, right, so that we can express rate of reaction in terms of conversion by substituting the value of concentration in rate of reaction or in rate law, right. So we have built this stoichiometric table where these are initial quantities, this is how much have reacted, right, and we did this based on conversion X, where it states how much have reacted upon how much you have taken initially, right. So this is what you have got, right, and we have expressed, right, all the molar concentrations, or the number of moles in terms of Na, in terms of A, right, using this rate law, right. And how we did this, if you remember, for B we did RB is equals to B upon A, using these two, B upon A RA, right, and B upon A RA is, what is RA? RA is your Na0 X, right, same is for others. Then we found that the fourth column has remaining, right, how much have remained after time t, which we have calculated using simple calculations. Initial minus how much have reacted will give you remaining, right. Then we did total of all this is NT0, total of all this is NT, right, and we have considered, since this will appear in all the calculations, we consider this as delta. So this would be NT is equals to NT0 plus delta Na0x, right. This is what you have got. Now after this, we have expressed equations for batch concentrations, and we know that concentration is moles per unit volume, right. So here these are the remaining moles per unit volume. We have divided all these with volume, right, to get these equations, right. And after this, we have taken Na0 common. On taking Na0 common, these equations got simplified to this, where NB0 upon Na0, Nc upon Na0 is taken as theta B, theta C, theta D to further simplify it, right. Now after this, we have considered this reaction in constant volume batch reactor, where if you consider it in constant volume batch reactor, it will become this, V is same, V is constant, so V is equals to V0, right. So Na upon V0, Nb upon V0 will again become concentration of A, right. So we have expressed all the concentrations in terms of concentration of A and conversion X, right. Now we will substitute the value of these concentration in the rate law, right, to get this, right. So what is this? This is the function of X, that is the function of conversion, right. This is what we want, right. And after this video lecture, we'll be doing this similar for flow reactors, right. This is for batch reactors. We'll be doing the next derivation for flow systems. I hope this is clear. Thanks.